Now, one thing I want you to notice is look at my center line. Oh, you okay?
Yep.
All right, so we talked a little bit before about a little drill called sticking and monitoring. We talked about different training methods. We talked about things like when you typically see hubud, or at least one form of hubud, we have like, it's all interception. So you're constantly like intercepting, right? Versus like shizao, which is more like a stick and follow kind of feel, so you can find your trapping. Does that make sense? So I'm just constantly like sticking to him. So this is what he's gonna look for this. He's gonna contact, and then for right now, we're just gonna stick and follow. So he's gonna stick with one arm for a minute, and I'm just gonna try to cut him. I'm trying to use the edge specifically, so I'm thinking about using the edge, and he's thinking about monitoring this entire time, okay? Now, don't mistake this for the fight. We're tuning an antenna. We're learning how to be sensitive and be able to feel intent and direction right now. Does that make sense? That's an important thing to understand. But I also have to have that same intent as the feeder. I need that intent without malice. I need that commitment with control, right? Because if I'm feeding Matt like this, it's even hard to follow, right? You know why? Because there's no intent behind it to follow, right? But if I'm thinking like, I'm gonna cut him, I'm gonna cut him, I'm gonna cut him, I'm gonna use that edge, right? Now connect, right? Now, my intent feeds him some information. He's got some data streaming now, and he can start to process that. We're just looking for this right here. But if I have no intent, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. We need the intent. Now, am I pressing super hard on you right now?
Nope.
But I am giving him enough energy to be able to feel direction changes. Does that make sense? I want you to isolate the right hand and isolate the left hand. Can we do this? All right. Man, nice job. All right. Do it too. Go. Everybody's been slashing. All right. Looking at the time, we're going to add thrust into this too. When you put your thrust in, I only want your thrust to go to the belly right now. Okay? I don't want to see thrust to the face today. You guys understand? So, slashes everywhere. Thrust to the center. There you go. Now, so you guys have been working both hands, yeah? Yeah. All right, so let's make this a little bit more knife tapping other than just stick and follow. So, when I think knife tapping now, I want this ability to go back and forth, tap it and go back and forth between two different hands. So when I start to lose that feel of like, where am I? I'm able to just switch. Does this make sense? Now, one thing I want you to notice is look at my center line. Like I'm always trying to face this weapon as I'm trying to just build this antenna, build this skill. Don't mistake this as the fight. We're just skill building. But I'm always trying to face that so I can feel the energy. As soon as I try to just like do something like this, I'm not gonna feel he's gonna cut me through. Right, so anytime I can direct my center to him, now when I move my body, it also helps move and monitor him. Does that make sense? Tough to just control here and turned away. Yeah, he's gonna find that. But if I can turn towards him and stay perpendicular, it becomes much easier now. Oh, you okay?
Yep.
Oh, you okay? Oh, you okay?
Yep.
That's why we wear the glasses. When you disarm, you right?
Yep.
When you disarm, you have no idea where that knife's gonna go. No idea where that knife's gonna go. Were you there at Swino's place when I hit myself in the eye? I did. I keep so the glasses. When I first started doing Filipino martial arts, nobody wore the glasses. Nobody wanted to. They thought that was kind of. It looked silly. I remember I had one guy tell me that he thought I looked like a NASA tech from the '60s. Tell me that for wearing these. And I was teaching a seminar at Nick Swino's place in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And at the time, Brett Eckhart was my partner, and he's feeding me. He's got a whole belt filled with blades, and he's feeding me, and I'm disarming and disarming and disarming. And they're all going exactly the way they should. Pop, 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 no mistakes. But when I disarmed one, and I disarmed the second one so fast, it caught the other one in the air, came back, and hit me right here in the eyelid. It cut my eyelid open, and I took a picture of that, and I keep it on my phone to remind me that I would rather look like a guy from NASA that has his sight than the next blind college teacher. You know what I'm saying? Always wear the eye protection. Make sense? Sorry about that, brother, but I'm glad you're okay. It's a good thing you're wearing your eye pro. All right, can we do this? Switching hands now?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
But you could get...
All right, buddy. Yeah. I put that picture up so you guys see what I'm talking about. That's how close that knife hit me towards the eye. That was right there on the edge of the eyelid. There was no room for that to be over anymore. Hey, Dan, what's going on, buddy? So, always wear your eye protection. And if you do something dumb that hurts your body and you're able to recover from it and you learn a lesson from it, take a picture of it and keep it on your phone. I also have a great picture of a foot that's like the size of a basketball next to the other foot, because when he was training with his partner blocked with his elbow instead of tucking his elbow in. Broke that whole thing. So I like to show that picture when we talk about blocking the kick sometimes. It's important, right? Learn the lessons from the past, yeah?